Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. Gonna be a cold one here in KC. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
You know, we all knew how talented Herbert was, especially coming out of school, and he's had a lot of great success in his first couple years, but it just seems like him and Harbaugh, doesn't it seem like they just have a great connection? They both understand each other, the strengths, the weaknesses, and he's really turned into a polished quarterback. I mean, the big number last year, 17 starts, only 3 interceptions.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Motion man is Johnston. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So after being unable to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter 4-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, there's not a whole lot left to say. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes is under center, you go into every game with a chance, not only to win the game, but to ultimately win the Super Bowl. I mean, he is a generationally great quarterback, one of the best we've ever seen, and anytime he lines up behind center, Mike, it is just an absolute blast for us to sit up here and really watch greatness play out in real time. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, KC.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
A 52-yard attempt.
Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissly. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
First down.
A gain of 11 on that one. First down, L.A. Now play fake. Herbert throwing right. That's Johnston. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. On the ground, it's Vidal. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 1. They'll motion a tight end right. Now the former Russian champ, it's Kareem Hunt. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Mahomes on 1st down. A man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
17 more
Give them
yards.
17
That's
more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
1st and 10.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. To throw is Mahomes. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Kansas City Chiefs 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 10-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. The return, here comes Davis. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Motion man is Johnston. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. Shotgun now for Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Chargers.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone. Damani Vidal. Touchdown, Chargers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 10-7.
Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Uh-oh. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They had that field goal in the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. And the Chiefs have a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
The receiver did his part. He creates really nice separation at the top of the route, but he just runs out of room on the sideline. I think the quarterback's thinking, get that ball out of my hand a little bit quicker, and I got myself a completion.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. On a short one, caught by Kelsey. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got it at the 7. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, win it.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And Butker on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will get out in front 17-7.
Chargers 7.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
16 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll run with Vidal. And he's going to have the first down yard across the 50 to the 48.
A 7-yard gain. And the Chargers first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended target that time. And that will lead to a second down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. Yep, the man's Johnston. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Pass caught right side by Conklin. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is 2nd and 6. Play action now. It's Herbert. Coming free is Conklin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chargers.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Disley is the man in motion. On play action now, Herbert. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for a Kansas
We're starting to
City
see this
Chiefs.
so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They put Kelsey in motion. That one pulled in by Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, KC.
First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
Out quickly here to Worthy. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
It's 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Motion man is Johnston. Herbert now on first down. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Motion man is Johnston. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Herbert now on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
This pass caught Right side, it's Allen. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from 45 yards away. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers start back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Mahomes back. The outside catch made by Worthy. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Whoa! He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Chiefs first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He's still on his feet. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. Pickup of 46 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That one swung out wide to Pacheco. And he will score! Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Butker now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs move out to a 24-10 lead.
Chiefs 24, Chargers 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Here comes Vidal. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Right side hauled in by McConkey. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
19 yards.
How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
At the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll work from the 36 on second and 6. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Point after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Chargers back within 7. It's 24-17.
17.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Remigio now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. They try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. They'll give this to Vontae. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, they need 7. Motion man is Johnston. Now Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they're going to get him down right at the 25. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman for getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down. And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. A gain of 16 yards, and the Chargers have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Looking mid on him, get it complete to McConkey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
A run on 1st and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Shotgun now for Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Allen in motion. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown LA. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Dicker now for the extra point. It's up and through, and the Chargers will tie this game at 24.
24.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. First down throw, Mahomes looking middle. He's got Kelsey. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
And 12.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 12 yards.
He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be third down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle, ball falls incomplete, and now it brings up fourth down.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Chargers offense make their way out to take over once more. Both these offenses have been in form. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34.
46-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Short throw, taken in by Disley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but He was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
He connects with Disley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
14 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And
that one, take it in. Keenan Allen, touchdown Chargers.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers will go up by 7.
31. Chiefs 24.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Remigio now on the return. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On first down, it's Mahomes. That's to Kelsey on the tight end screen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes. The second down throw is incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On play action, now Herbert That's the All-Pro 3 years running, Chris Jones. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's taken down up past the 35.
That penalty is declined.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Disley is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I've seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Now a toss play, running left. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
Complete to number 13, Keenan Allen. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing now is Herbert. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
A handoff, and this is by down. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. 2nd down and 8. Disley is the man in motion. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
Down at the 11-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Herbert. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Chiefs 24.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. On play action now. Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conley. And we mark out up at the 34-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
No play fake. Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down, first and goal.
And the Chargers, first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Keenan Allen, touchdown Chargers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers are able to extend the lead.
Chargers 45, Chiefs 24.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Remigio now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Throwing is Mahomes. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he's going to have the Chiefs first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. That's a gain of 18.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Marquise Brown. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Motion man is Rice. On third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Score, Chargers 45, Chiefs 31.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. Over the middle, that's the tight end Conklin. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. On the ground, it's Vidal. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. Now, Mahomes. Trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco.
Mahomes pass. Complete to Isaiah Pacheco. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
You have a tight end motioning left here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Xavier Worthy. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll send Worthy in motion. Incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs. The zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And he's going to have the first down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. And in motion is Brown. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Chiefs 38.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. Herbert down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So it's a win